Hey there, food lovers. Welcome back to another incredible journey. Today we're uncovering the amazing secrets behind Nutella, that creamy chocolate hazelnut spread that has conquered kitchens worldwide from America to Europe. But have you ever stopped to think about what actually goes into making this irresistible treat? We're about to embark on an extraordinary adventure that begins in sprawling hazelnut groves across the United States and Europe, where approximately 1.5 billion pounds of hazelnuts get harvested annually. These precious nuts form the foundation of this world-famous chocolate spread. But wait, there's so much more. We're also going behind the scenes of cutting-edge manufacturing facilities, where hazelnuts get expertly roasted, crushed, and masterfully combined with chocolate sugar and plant oils to produce Nutella, the delectable creation that has won millions of hearts globally. Let's begin this captivating exploration immediately. Nutella was born in Italy and rapidly transformed into a gastronomic phenomenon, cherished throughout Europe and America. Annually, more than 1.5 billion containers of Nutella get devoured globally. With European and American markets representing the biggest portion of purchases, Nutella represents an artful fusion of basic yet premium quality components, producing its distinctive and compelling taste. The essential elements consist of hazelnuts, roughly 13.3%. These provide Nutella its characteristic taste and contain abundant nutritional advantages. Cocoa powder, approximately 8%, contributes a deep chocolate flavor that transforms Nutella into a genuine pleasure. Sugar, around 55%, extracted from sugar beets. It functions as both sweetening agent and natural preservation method. Palm oil, roughly 20%, guarantees a silky spreadable consistency. Skimmed milk powder, approximately 5%, adds smoothness and enhances nutritional content. This ideal combination of components makes Nutella a domestic staple throughout the globe. Hazelnuts represent the core essence of Nutella, providing its distinctive nutty, creamy richness. Roughly 25% of the planet's hazelnut production flows directly into creating this cherished spread. Every hazelnut story begins in the grove. Hazelnuts get primarily cultivated in America and Europe, with Turkey dominating production at 70% of worldwide supply in America. Oregon serves as the hazelnut center, thanks to its moderate climate, featuring moist winters and mild summers. The ideal conditions for hazelnut cultivation. Hazelnuts aren't cultivated directly from seeds, but developed from cuttings from nurseries. Hazelnut plants get typically propagated from robust, carefully chosen branches, nurtured in nurseries. These branches get either grafted or cloned from healthy established trees to guarantee they flourish and withstand diseases. They develop in nurseries with meticulous attention to become substantial seedlings. Once the cuttings have established sufficient roots, they get harvested for sorting and chemical processing. The branches get immersed into a root-enhancing solution to promote quicker root development, boost survival chances, and guarantee the saplings develop strongly during their initial phases. This careful procedure establishes the groundwork for the abundant hazelnut groves that eventually make Nutella achievable. Once meticulously chosen hazelnut saplings begin their fresh adventure in vast fields, specialized planting equipment gets utilized to automate the procedure of positioning the saplings into the earth. These machines grip the saplings, excavate exact holes, position the saplings, and compress the earth around the roots quickly and precisely. A massive hazelnut grove can get planted within merely a few hours. Following planting, hazelnut plants demand careful attention from planting to harvest, guarantee maximum yield and excellence throughout the initial years. Young plants get consistently watered using automatic irrigation systems, combined with nutrient-dense fertilizers to encourage root and stem development. They also get weeded regularly to help the plants flourish properly, while pests and diseases get controlled through biological approaches or safe pesticides to maintain the trees. Healthy hazelnut plants typically begin producing fruit roughly 3 to 5 years following planting. Harvest period happens in autumn when the nuts are prepared. A crucial sign of maturity occurs when the outer coverings transform from green to golden brown, and the nuts start naturally dropping from the branches, particularly after a gentle breeze mature. Hazelnuts naturally fall to the earth, where specialized equipment quickly and effectively collect them, guaranteeing the nuts stay fresh and of superior quality. This efficient procedure prepares the foundation for converting hazelnuts into wonderful treats like Nutella. Hazelnuts frequently mature and drop naturally to the earth, so road sweepers take control, moving systematically through the groves to collect the fallen hazelnuts into organized rows on the earth. These machines get equipped with spinning brushes or gentle paddles close to the earth's surface, operating seamlessly to sweep the nuts while safeguarding the ground and adjacent trees. During operation, the sweepers utilize a mild air-blowing mechanism to eliminate dust and dried leaves from the hazelnuts, creating clean and compact rows prepared for the following phase. This guarantees that the nuts are simple to gather while preserving their excellence. Eventually, specialized nut harvesters begin working using strong vacuum mechanisms or spinning brushes to gather the hazelnuts from the carefully swept rows. The nuts get then moved via a conveyor mechanism for initial sorting, where lightweight debris like dried leaves or twigs gets eliminated by controlled air. Streams the cleaned nuts get directed into storage containers at the rear of the harvester, prepared to get unloaded into transport vehicles. This efficient procedure not only guarantees the nuts get collected effectively, but also maintains their freshness and excellence for additional processing. The specialized nut harvesters utilized in hazelnut farming represent advanced equipment with a price range typically between $50,000 and $100,000 depending on their dimensions and capabilities. Eventually, they get loaded onto vehicles for transportation to the processing center. Hazelnuts reach the processing center and get emptied onto receiving conveyors. Here they experience initial cleaning using air blowers or screening mechanisms to eliminate soil stones and larger debris like leaves and small branches. The cleaned hazelnuts get transferred to specialized drying chambers designed to eliminate excess moisture, extending their storage life. The procedure uses carefully managed warm air to guarantee the nuts' quality and taste stay intact. Dried hazelnuts get then passed through shelling equipment, where the tough outer shells get eliminated without harming the kernels inside. These machines typically use pressure rollers or precision cutting mechanisms to accomplish effective and damage-free shelling. The hazelnuts get fed into a vibrating screen mechanism, which gets designed to effectively separate kernels from shells and other debris. The vibrating motion guarantees that smaller particles fall through precisely sized mesh screens, while the intact kernels get guided to the following phase of processing. This mechanism not only increases effectiveness but also maintains the excellence of the hazelnuts by reducing mechanical harm. Once shelled, the hazelnut kernels get cleaned again and moved to a manual sorting station. Here workers carefully inspect each kernel along conveyor belts using their knowledge to identify and eliminate broken pieces, defective kernels, or any that fail to meet excellence standards. This hands-on method guarantees that only the finest hazelnut kernels get selected. For the following steps in processing. This comprehensive and detailed post-harvest procedure ensures that the hazelnuts are of the superior excellence before they get utilized in creating products like Nutella. For hazelnuts that get eaten directly, they get packed into packages. The cleaned and sorted hazelnuts get fed into automated weighing mechanisms which measure exact portions based on the desired package weight. These portions get then directed into pre-made packaging materials, often designed for airtight sealing to maintain the nuts' freshness and taste. The sealed bags get printed with labels detailing weight, origin, and expiration date. Additionally, they get also packed in large bags to get shipped directly to the Nutella factory for manufacturing. Now that we've examined the function of hazelnuts in Nutella, let's explore the other components that make this spread so legendary. Sugar comprises 55% of Nutella's composition. Gets sourced from sugar beets before reaching the factory. Sugar beets get harvested using advanced specialized machinery. These machines allow for quick and effective harvesting while guaranteeing the excellence of the produce as the harvest period begins. The vast sugar beet fields are bustling with specialized machinery tasked with the job. These harvesters get specifically designed for precise and optimal extraction of sugar beets. The harvesting procedure begins as the machine enters the field, where the sugar beets have matured. Sugar beet harvesters typically feature a sharp, controlled cutting mechanism that digs deep into the earth to separate the beet roots from the ground. This digging component can cut and lift the beets without breaking them or damaging the earth. Once lifted, the beets get transferred to a conveyor belt that moves them to the cleaning units. After harvesting, the sugar beets get transported to a roadside storage area. The vehicles cannot go down into the fields, so they use a special conveyor belt to load the sugar beets onto the vehicle. Before reaching the factory, sugar beets get gathered in large storage yards. It's remarkable to see the enormous volume of beets, isn't it? Consolidating large quantities of beets in this area not only highlights the scale of manufacturing, but also serves a practical purpose. It optimizes the workflow, guaranteeing that raw materials are continuously and effectively prepared for factory processing. Once all the beets have been consolidated, the remaining tasks get performed at the processing plant. The sugar beets in the consolidation area get moved on a conveyor belt to an automatic washing mechanism. Here, strong water streams directly spray the beets, combined with rotating drums and conveyors, helping to eliminate dirt, rocks, and other impurities from the surface. Next is the slicing phase, an important step in the processing. Modern slicing equipment with sharp blades cut the beets into thin strips called cassettes. These strips have a greater surface area, facilitating the sugar extraction procedure. The cassettes get then placed in large extraction tanks, where water heated to about 70 degrees Celsius circulates to dissolve the natural sucrose in the beets. The result is a raw juice with a high sugar content that gets collected and moved to the refining phase. This raw juice, while rich in sucrose, still contains impurities, therefore it gets treated in large filtration tanks tanks by adding lime milk and carbon dioxide. These substances react with the impurities, forming insoluble sediment, which gets then eliminated through high-pressure filtration. The result is a clearer sugar solution, but it still requires further processing to achieve the highest purity. This solution gets transferred to an evaporation tower, where excess water gets eliminated, increasing the sugar concentration. Evaporation towers often use vacuum technology to reduce the boiling temperature and protect the excellence of the sugar. Once the solution reaches a certain concentration, it gets moved to a crystallizer. Here, small seed crystals get added to help the sugar crystallize and grow into the desired crystal size. After crystallization, the sugar crystals are still coated with a layer of molasses, giving them a golden color. They get placed in a centrifuge, where they get spun at high speeds to separate the molasses from the sugar crystals. The molasses gets often utilized as a raw material for other products, while the sugar crystals proceed to the drying phase. Drying equipment uses hot air to dry the sugar, guaranteeing each crystal meets standards for moisture content and purity. Once the sugar is dry, it gets moved to an automatic packaging mechanism prepared to move to the Nutella factory. Cocoa powder, comprising about 7% of Nutella's legendary formula, is the crucial component that gives it its irresistible chocolate taste. It all begins with the cocoa pod, a fruit that grows on cacao trees in tropical climates. These pods, when mature, get carefully harvested by hand, using machetes to guarantee the trees are not harmed. Inside the pods are the valuable cocoa seeds, often referred to as beans. After harvesting, the seeds get scooped out and undergo a critical fermentation procedure. This step lasts several days and is essential for developing the complex taste profile of the cocoa. Fermentation not only reduces the bitterness but also brings out the deep earthy notes that make chocolate so captivating. Once fermented, the seeds get spread out under the sun to dry, a step that takes several more days and requires careful monitoring to prevent mold or uneven drying. The dried seeds get then roasted, a procedure that fills the air with the unmistakable aroma of chocolate roasting, further enhances the taste and makes it easier to eliminate the outer shell, revealing the inner cocoa nibs. The beans get then lightly crushed and pass through a sieving equipment to separate the shells from the cocoa nibs, guaranteeing only high excellence nibs get retained. These nibs get ground into a thick paste-like substance called chocolate liquor. Despite its name, chocolate liquor contains no alcohol. It's simply the pure, unadulterated essence of chocolate to produce cocoa powder. The chocolate liquor gets pressed to separate the rich cocoa butter. What remains after pressing is a solid cake of cocoa, which gets finely ground into the silky cocoa powder. We know and love this powder. With its intense chocolate taste and low-fat content, plays a vital role in Nutella, not just for its flavor but also for its smooth, creamy texture. Palm oil comprises about 20% of Nutella's formula, playing a crucial role in creating its signature smooth texture and impressive storage life. The journey of palm oil begins with the careful harvesting of mature, vibrant red palm fruits from oil palm trees, which get primarily grown in tropical regions with climates ideal for their growth. After harvesting, the palm fruits get transported by vehicle to the processing plant, where they get prepared for oil extraction. The fruits get then steamed in large sterilizers to soften the flesh, making the oil extraction procedure more effective. The softened fruits get pressed using mechanical presses to extract crude palm oil, a thick reddish-orange liquid rich in natural nutrients. The red liquid gets filtered to eliminate any solid particles, guaranteeing a smooth and clean texture. Next, the oil undergoes heat treatment to neutralize its strong taste and eliminate any residual odors. The final product is pure, stable palm oil, perfectly suited for Nutella's creamy consistency and long-lasting excellence. Skim milk powder comprises about 5% of Nutella, adding a smooth creaminess to the product. The manufacturing procedure of skim milk powder for Nutella begins with fresh milk collected from farms on large dairy farms. They use modern milking mechanisms. Cows get led onto a rotating platform, and each cow stands in its own compartment. As a cow steps onto the platform, the mechanism automatically identifies each cow using electronic devices before milking begins. The cow's udders get cleaned and disinfected. Once the udders are clean, automatic milking cups get attached. The milk gets transported through pipes and flows directly into a storage tank. After milking gets completed, the cups get automatically eliminated. Once the milk is done, the cows get automatically led off the platform to exit. After the cow's milk gets harvested, they get then transported to the factory to get made into powdered milk. The milk gets skimmed using a centrifuge to eliminate the cream, leaving behind the lean milk. The skimmed milk gets then pasteurized and sent to a spray drying chamber, where it gets sprayed into fine droplets in a stream of hot air. This procedure evaporates the water, leaving behind dry milk powder. The powder gets cooled and carefully packaged, prepared to get utilized in Nutella. Once all the components get prepared, they get sent to the mixing area to begin the magical procedure of making Nutella. The hazelnuts get first put into a mill and will yield finely ground hazelnut paste. fast. The adventure begins with a blend of hazelnut paste and cocoa powder loaded into industrial mixers. These powerful equipment mix the components vigorously to achieve a smooth uniform base. Next, sugar and skimmed milk powder get added gradually, with the mixers running continuously to guarantee perfect consistency. Palm oil gets then introduced, giving Nutella its signature soft and spreadable texture. Finally, natural flavors get added at the last phase, completing Nutella's irresistible taste profile. The blended mixture gets passed through filters to eliminate any particles or impurities. This guarantees Nutella achieves its silky smooth consistency without any lumps or residues. The final product gets transferred to fully automated filling equipment, where precision nozzles dispense the perfect amount of Nutella into glass or plastic containers. The containers then move to sealing equipment that securely fasten the lids, preventing air from entering and maintaining freshness and taste. Once sealed, the containers get labeled by automated mechanisms, guaranteeing each label gets perfectly aligned. Finally, the robotic arm will pick up the containers into boxes with fixed specifications, prepared to get shipped to consumers. The manufacturing procedure of Nutella is not just a testament to modern technology, but also a perfect harmony of high excellence components and advanced techniques. Every container of Nutella that reaches consumers embodies meticulous attention to detail and refinement in every step of the procedure. So you've journeyed with me to the conclusion of this exploration. You've discovered the complete adventure of how Nutella, the premium chocolate hazelnut spread, gets manufactured. Were you amazed by the remarkable technology involved? If so, don't forget to give this content a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more captivating material. Farewell, and see you in the upcoming exploration.